Good evening and welcome to Capital One Arena as Monumental Sports Network proudly presents Wizards basketball. This marquee matchup is presented by Atlantic Union Bank, trusted by businesses, families, and communities for generations. Member FDIC. Washington's ready to show up and show out in their new City Edition black and gold uniforms, paying tribute to the 06-09 era against Michael Porter Jr. and the 1-11 Brooklyn Nets. Great news, Wizards fans, Bilal Coulibaly is back after missing the last 4 games with that lower leg tightness. He's Drew Gooden. I'm Chris Miller. Megan McPeak will join us shortly. Drew, we all have been impressed by the way Alex Sarr has approached his sophomore season. When you take a look at what he has done most improved, I think it's his glass work, especially on the offensive side.
Yeah, and that's also sticking out like a sore thumb, showing that he is responding to the challenge in the process of being developed as an NBA player in this league, and he is taking strides in the right direction, Chris. When you look at the second chance opportunities, he has made the Wizards a better rebounding team single-handedly. I mean, we did not see this last season in his rookie year. And then the consistency. See, consistency starts to create separation with other players in this league. Back-to-back double-doubles, had one in Houston and one prior. And then when you look at I love this, a Sarr is born. When you look at the comparisons, I mean, this is almost liable but most improved, and this is the trajectory that Alex Sarr is on.
Man, the points are up, rebounds, assists. It's an impressive start to his sophomore season. Keyshawn George's defensive exploits will be tested tonight against Nets leading scorer Michael Porter Jr., who's averaging 23 a contest. Much more as we count down from Capital One Arena. By Atlantic Union Bank, banking designed to meet your goals. Member FDIC. Bet365. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. And by Nissan. This holiday season, add an award-winning Nissan to your list at the Nissan year-end event. 2 of the top 8 rookies from June's draft will be a major focus tonight. 6th overall pick Trey Johnson has scored in double figures 9 of his first 12 games, shooting 40% from 3. While Nets rookie Yegor Joyman is the 8th overall pick, is patrolling the lead guard position for head coach Jordi Fernandez. When we return, it's the starting lineup and opening tip here on your home for Wizards basketball, Monumental Sports Network. We're off on a Sunday night tilt here at Capital One Arena as the Wizards take on the Brooklyn Nets' first of 4 meetings this season. All right, let's take a look at tonight's Star Trek. It is brought to you by Toyota.
Well, MPJ having a career year being featured as the primary scoring threat. You must find him in transition and take away his airspace. And with Keyshawn, solid season averages. I want to see him defend without fouling.
All right, before we get to the opening tip, say good evening for the first time to Monumental Sports Network's Megan McPeak.
Hey, Chris, 3rd best in the league when it comes to pace, and the Wizards will always take a transition bucket if they can get it. The next best option, that kick-ahead 3 to an open shooter. And if none of that is an option for them, they want to try and get into the paint and attack the defense and put an emphasis on that to try and collapse them and get that kick out to an open shooter. That is the half-court pace Brian Keefe wants to continue to see from this young Wizards team. And when they've done it, he said, quote, "It is some of our best basketball."
It's not just jacking up a shot when you talk about pace. It's about getting into your offense as soon as possible, which gives you multiple options. Megan, thank you very much. Wizards win the opening tip, and we are off and running. CJ McCollum, Chris Middleton, Keyshawn George, Alex Sarr, and let's welcome back after missing the last 4, Bilal Coulibaly. There's a drive inside, scored by Keyshawn.
That's a good sign right there. Keyshawn attacking early on, establishing paint position.
Meanwhile, Jordi Fernandez will go with Porter, Clowney, Claxton, Joyman, and Mann. They're 1-11, 1-5 on the road. Michael Porter Jr. won an NBA title with the Denver Nuggets. Scores for the Nets. Sarr inside, slamming it on Clowney. Aggressive start by Alex. Nets team coming off a loss to the Orlando Magic on Friday, 105-98. And Noah Clowney hits a deep 3. The Nets will deploy a tall front line, Drew. They go 6'11", 6'10", 6'10".
We've seen a lot of teams starting to position themselves with those lineups as Chris Middleton pulls for 3. We saw it the other night with Houston Rockets. They have a ton of interchangeable tall lineups, some that are historic.
Washington fell to the Rockets 135-112 on Wednesday. Keyshawn George had a solid day as Dwayman, that's going to be Porter Jr. again. And that game against the Rockets, Sarr had 25 and 11. George was 1 assist shy of a double-double. Here's Alex Sarr all alone for 3. Man driving left. Last touch by Sarr as it goes out of bounds.
Well, just a simple flex action right here by the Nets. Tough to cover right here. You see Keyshawn trying to hold him up. Got away with a little, I say too much on the physicality. He has to be mindful of not getting in foul trouble. But that play, they're running that to get MPJ going early, and it's worked. Already 4 points.
Man being guarded by Alex. There's a switch. Bilal. Man blocked by Coulibaly. Right back into the hands of Man. 3 on the shot clock. And Bilal takes it away, so he got a block and a steal. Here he is getting downhill. And that was blocked by Claxton. Early 3-point lead for Brooklyn. Dwayman in the mid-range. Middleton tried to have a pocket pass there to Sarr, but he was fouled. Let's take a look at our injury report. It is brought to you by Jason Boscolo Injury Lawyers. You see Jordy Fernandez not having Baltimore native Haywood Highsmith or Cam Thomas tonight, knee and hamstring respectively. Clean injury sheet for Washington. Good to see Bilal back out there, Drew, after missing those 4 games.
Yeah, it gives you another on-ball defender with length.
Rebounds Cairns to McCollum. Back to Bilal, who was fouled. So the aggressive nature of Washington, we're seeing it early here, 3 minutes into the game.
Yeah, and when you talk about what this team is predicated on, its defense, and slow start to the season due to injuries for Bilal, Coulibaly. But when you get him and Keyshawn George on the floor together, I mean, now you have 2 guys that are potentially lockdown defenders in this league at a high level that can switch. Late clock situation, on-ball defenders. One thing that stood out to me was that OKC game when they had the back-to-back blocks on the same possession, rotating for each other. I mean, that's what it's going to look like when you see more of them on the court together.
And then you've got a guy like Sarr that can meet you at the rim as Brooklyn turns it over. Coulibaly misses the dunk. And that's going to be Nets possession, last touch by Alex.
Got to finish that one. We got Vince Carter, half man and half amazing up here watching you. But this is that on-ball defense right here. I mean, causing havoc. And right here, just a little short on the dunk by Bilal.
So Bilal already has 2 steals and a block in just 3 minutes. And that's going to be a foul there on the veteran C.J. McCollum. It's time now for our keys to the game. They're brought to you by your local Washington, D.C. GMC dealers. Here now is Drew's clues for tonight's game.
Look, when you're playing against the Brooklyn Nets, they are flight watchers. What is that? They watch the flight of the ball and they don't box out. Last in defensive rebounding percentage. Let's see if the Wizards can take advantage. Alex Sarr has been doing a phenomenal job as of late in that category. And then play free with a purpose. What does that mean? Nets are allowing teams to shoot a league high 60% from the field, Chris, and 40% from 3, 29th in blocks. Limit your turnovers and lead the way.
And a foul on Michael Porter Jr. off the drive by George. So essentially you're saying there's some opportunities to score tonight.
A lot. I mean, you're talking about 29th in block. How do you allow a team to shoot 60% from the field and 40? It's mind-boggling. I have to go back and look at those percentages, and they're spot on. And with that being said, don't get too happy too quick. Let the game come to you. Play freely, but with a purpose. And what I mean by purpose, limiting turnovers, where the Wizards struggle early on this season.
Keyshawn George had 16, also a career-high 9 helpers Wednesday in that loss to Houston. His 4.1 assists per game over the last 10 games this season, quite impressive.
Yeah, he's flirting every night with those baby trips, I call them. Getting close to triple-double area. But if he stays out of foul trouble, he's going to extend his minutes, meaning more opportunities to get those numbers.
Claxton over to Clowney. Little head fake, gets inside, shuffles the shoes. That'll be a turnover, Brooklyn. That'll be their third turnover already. The Wizards have yet to commit a turnover.
Well, I'll tell you what, credit Bilal Coulibaly being back in this lineup defensively. He has been on the other end, I would say, of those turnovers and blocks.
Delay of game warning was assessed to Brooklyn. Next one will be a technical foul. Alex with a handoff to Keyshawn on a pull-up three. Yes, sir. Keyshawn's 27th three-pointer of the season.
And he's also shooting a high clip this season, over 40%, which is fabulous.
He also has 22 stocks. You know what that is, Drew? Stocks is shot, what, blocks and steals?
Together, yes.
And he's got 11 blocks and 11 steals.
Which is an important stat nowadays.
Swing over to Porter Jr., Cash.
See that early flex cut action allowed MPJ to get in the rhythm. Just seeing the ball going one time.
MPJ is shooting about 35% from three this season as Washington commits their first turnover.
Clowney's aggressive.
Man, back to Clowney.
Great closeout.
Good defense there by Alex, being physical, which leads to a Brooklyn turnover. I love how Alex was defending Claxton right there, just being physical down there at the point of attack.
It actually was the closeout to Clowney by Bilal, causing that pressure and that little glitch in the system that allowed Alex Sarr to recover and get the deflection.
CJ no looking over to Keyshawn in the corner. Step back three, all net.
That's tough. That is tough right there, Chris.
Keyshawn with 9 of the team's first 13 points here in the first quarter. And Simone Jelks is going to call a foul first.
Right now, we got Keyshawn George. He's mic'd up tonight for us in the district. Right here on the step back. Ooh, there's a little drizzle in there.
7 for the Wizards as they have a 3-point lead. Speaking of Keyshawn, kind enough to wear a mic for us tonight. It is presented by Robinhood.
You got a fan club. You got a fan club of Double Zeros. What's up? Y'all good? Give me an assist. Give me an assist. Good pass. Good pass. Yo! Oh! Hey, I'm mic'd up. I'm mic'd up.
See, you can't tease your teammates barking and then tell them you mic'd up. I mean, come on.
No, you have to tell them you're mic'd up because they might come over there and say something greasy to you that we can't use on air. But Keyshawn, I mean, 15-plus points for the 6th time this season against Houston. Career high 9 assists, 4 assists over his last 10 games. I mean, he is having career numbers all over the place. I'm happy for him.
Coming out of the timeout, Dwyman misses, rebounded by Alex Sarr. We talked about in the open what Alex has done the first 12 games compared to his rookie season, and the numbers are astounding. Nice. Good cut by Keyshawn off the pass from Sarr. Here's Middleton in the corner. Good ball movement.
And look at the benefit that you have now. You can't forget about 2 of the veterans, Chris Middleton and C.J. McCollum. C.J. before last game was averaging 30 over 3.
Washington's largest lead just got cut back down to 3 off the 3 from Mann.
This is
that
where
stops a 12-3 run.
This is where that pace comes into play. Yeah, you have good pace going one way, but the other, you're giving it up faster than you're getting it.
Bilal getting downhill. Slams that one home with purpose.
There you go, Bilal.
Jordi Fernandez calls time. Coulibaly got to the rim with the quickness.
And those ATOs by Coach Keith, whether it's Keyshawn George, we've seen it when Bilal was out, but now it's Bilal attacking downhill with the right hand. Shimmy Sham. How you say it?
Submission.
Oh, there we go. I got an accent. Little U.S. accent.
Close. Missing the last 4 games, Bilal Coulibaly wasting little time getting on the rim, Drew. First field goal since his return. All I have to say is, ooh la la.
Yeah, well, 6'8" clearance right here, so watch your head. But going downhill, he was a little short on the first one, but fresh legs right there by Bilal Coulibaly throwing that down.
It's our Verizon Robo replay. I just looked over and during the commercial break and asked Vince Carter to give me a rating on that dunk. I mean, it's half man, half amazing. But he gave him a 7.
You know what?
Listen, that's Vince Carter. So
Yeah,
whatever he says, I agree
Vince
with.
7 is different. That's like R9.
Right, right. Chris Miller, Drew Goodenbeck, and Big Peak with you here on a Sunday night here at Monumental Sports Network.
Ask him about Shaden Sharp now.
Hey, we talked about that today. We'll see him later. That's the best in-game dunker in the league.
Say it with your chest now.
There's going to be a whistle. And a technical foul is going to be assessed to Washington. And that technical is going to be on Keyshawn, I think, as well. Drew, just looking this up today, Keyshawn came in having committed 51 fouls this season. That's the second most in the NBA. But my question to you is, we love his aggressiveness on the defensive end. We've often talked about his multiple ways of guarding guards, bigs, wings. But how do you curtail the fouls but still get that aggressiveness out of him?
Well, you got another guy now, Bilal Coulibaly, that can allow you, if you get in foul trouble, it was an early sub. The Wizards didn't have that leisure before when Bilal was injured. I mean, Keyshawn George was on a lonely island guarding multiple positions. I mean, from Anthony Davis, Cooper Flagg to start tonight. From the point guards to centers, he's doing it all. But he has to be mindful with those hands. It's one thing being aggressive, guarding somebody, trying to make a statement with force, and then being smart.
And we're going to see the rookie Trey Johnson. He is going to come in on the next dead ball. So Brooklyn will have possession, and they have retaken they still trail by 2 with 5:30 to go. George with 9 points in 6 minutes with those 2 fouls. There's a backdoor cut and slam there by Porter Jr.
Coach Hernandez sniffing that out, knowing Keyshawn George has 2 fouls and a technical, so he's going to have to play with his hands tied behind his back.
George over to McCollum. Rebound by Claxton. Claxton trailing. Gets inside.
Hey.
Blocked by Sarr. Late whistle. Alex wants them to review that.
Hey, he deserves it. I mean, this is where you don't care about going viral or getting dunked on. I mean, shot blockers, this is going to happen. But not being afraid of the challenge, the smoke right here, Alex Sarr, I think that's a clean block.
And we'll see if Brian Keefe will challenge. Looks like he won't, so Claxton will go to the free throw line for 2. Claxton, interestingly enough, Drew, is the center for the Nets. He's also the leader in assists at 3.7 a game. So that really tells you about the isolation basketball that Brooklyn plays.
Yeah, the only person they're passed it to is the rim, I guess, right?
Exactly.
And they don't even have Cam Thomas. Imagine when he's in the mix. So, I mean, their team is built and predicated on isolation basketball. They're struggling. You know, both teams are struggling this year, but tonight, I mean, things can change. So just because you see one thing on paper 10 nights in a row doesn't mean one night they could get a season high in assists. So watch out.
You don't want it to be tonight. Let's check in with Megan.
Yeah, guys, you were just talking about Alex not really worrying about being on a poster, and I've actually had that conversation with him because we've seen it multiple times where he goes for the rotation and does what he's supposed to do and ends up in a dunk. And he said, I don't really care. I'm going to go for the shot block because that's what defensively they want me to do as Keyshawn hits another 3 and is essentially on a heater, guys. But Alex does not care about being in a poster, and I think at such a young age, some guys worry about the optics, but for your shot blocker and your anchor, your defense to not really care much about what it looks like because he wants to get that defensive rotation down, I think that says a lot about his mindset.
Well, the great shot blockers throughout the history of this game could care less if they get dunked on. I've heard Alonzo Mourning say that all the time. Keyshawn was definitely trying to get another one to go down. He's 3 of 5 from downtown, but you love that mindset from a big man, knowing that, listen, I'm the last line of defense. Second chance opportunity by Tyrese Martin as Brian Keefe calls time.
Even add Dikembe Mutombo in that mix and getting dunked on. Great shot blocker. But Alex Sarr, number 2 in the association in that department. Go get more, big fella.
Coming to our brand new arena right here in downtown DC by visiting districtmonument.com. Timeout called as Washington comes out now with Sarr, Trey Johnson, Cam Whitmore, Keyshawn George still in the game, and Bub Carrington.
How about the heater Cam Whitmore's been on the last 3 games? Happy that he's taking advantage of his opportunity minutes.
George over to Whitmore. Under 4 to go in the first quarter. Cam got into the paint. Day'Ron Sharpe was there waiting for him. Here's Sharpe inside, slams it home. And you see the Brooklyn Nets are taking advantage of the fact that Keyshawn's got the early 2 fouls. It's a 1-point Nets lead. Carrington inside the Sarr, who was fronted and slams it home.
Yeah, right now you're playing a team that's 29th in shot blocking, and better yet, they have no Nick Claxton in the ball game. You can get Alex Sarr rolling to the rim; it'd be in your best interest.
Sharpe with a handoff. Man. 5 on the shot clock. Man's got to get something up. And knocks down the triple.
It's tough right there. Shot clock going down. Have to close out, force him to put it on the ground.
Terrence Mann is a 37% three-point shooter this season as the Nets retake the lead. George inside the Sarr.
Somebody's open.
Alex, front rims the hook shot. Sharpe swinging it over. Off glass. And Williams gives you the little Jordan shrug, too. Zaire Williams.
Day Sunday, too, huh?
Yep, banks definitely close on Sunday.
But not that bank.
Carrington to Alex. Euro step inside. Not able to convert. Nets on the run. Sharpe. And they're going to call the charge. Boy, risky move there by Keyshawn, but he got the best of that one.
Right here, transition defense. And a miss on one end, having to get back and communicate. Sharpe going in there out of control, trying to drive and kick. Excellent job and anticipation by Keyshawn George, sniffing that out, squaring his body, and taking a legal charge.
And the Wizards track charges, and so much so, just look at the reaction of the bench when somebody takes a charge. It's kind of an inside joke with these guys, but they're celebrating their teammates making a play like that. That's in the benefit of their squad.
We usually have a coach or assistant coach usually giving guys $100 for each charge.
Whitmore for 3. Count it.
Cam continues to stay in his shooting rhythm.
Drew talked about the last 3 games. He's getting about 28 minutes, scoring almost 17 points per game. Rebound by Bub. Over to his fellow Hooper from Baltimore. Kispert. No foul called. Corey Kispert, I don't think he was able to land.
Well, they're going to be draped on Corey Kispert. Scouting report, he's going to catch and shoot. His feet are set, and not only that, he's going to attack and be aggressive, ball in hand. Definitely on the scouting report with asterisks.
Martin swinging it over. Clowney, 5 on the shot clock. Clowney inside, off the window, fouled by Johnson. Clowney was able to get to his right. Able to go off glass, but he was fouled by Trey.
Clowney is just left to right. Isolation, like we talked about. A lot of these possessions are going to start off the bounce, having to guard one-on-one on a lonely island.
Noah Clowney has played in all 12 games, starting the last 6. He had a season-high 19 points and 4 three-pointers made against the Pistons back on November the 7th. He had 12 points Friday against Orlando.
We were talking about Brooklyn Nets struggle to get the ball moving. Tonight, that is not the case. 9 assists on 11 made field goals, so they are sharing the sugar, like you say, partner.
Indeed. Their shooting numbers are pretty good so far. 58% from the field, 50 from 3. That missed free throw by Clowney.
But those are the numbers they usually give their opponents. In fact, spot on.
foul on Zaire Williams.
Zaire Williams is trying to solidify himself a role there in Brooklyn. I thought he had it going there in Memphis, started to show signs of potential, but they moved on. But he's had some outstanding performances last season and early on this season where he is a high-level pro.
Surprised, this is already his 5th year in the league.
Goes quick.
Where does the time go? Nice move by Carrington. Using the left. Here's Drake Powell, the rookie out of North Carolina. Straight on 3. Rebound by Whitmore. Wizards can hold for the last shot.
See if Buck can attack downhill and just get a paint touch.
That has been a point of emphasis we have heard a lot from the Wizards in terms of paint touches and what it does for their offense. Carrington probing, getting into that mid-range. And that'll do it for the first 12 minutes. A tie ball game at 28 as Keyshawn George is mic'd up and leading the Wizards and all scores with Drew. A season-high dozen for Keyshawn George.
In the first quarter,
Yes,
yes. I mean, he is starting to get in the rhythm. And what I like about this and why it means more to me in my eyes is that he's doing this with Bilal Coulibaly in the lineup, showing that they can both coexist going forward for the future of this franchise. And defensively, I think he's there. He's making the right reads, but he has to be less aggressive and less handsy. Already 2 personal fouls.
We'll up that season high to a career high 12 first quarter points for Keyshawn George as we start the second quarter. Look at our first quarter Chevy stats. Washington getting 9 points off of turnovers. Ricky Trey Johnson missing that 3. So Washington will go with Whitmore, Carrington, Powell. Easy offense for Brooklyn.
All right, and see, that's where that pace comes into play. Pace with purpose. Quick shot, but you don't get back on in transition defense and give it up faster on the other end.
Nets retake the lead. Here's Trey on a fadeaway, got into the paint. Drake Powell on the crossover.
Oh, yeah, he's on a mission.
Rookie on rookie crime.
Yeah, he's on a mission. You can tell already. See it in his eyes.
Great story about Drake Powell. He played that 1 year at North Carolina. You know who his head coach was?
Before?
No, you know who his head coach was at Carolina?
Hubert Davis?
His cousin.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that.
It's crazy, right?
They're related, huh?
The 3 there by Carrington.
I guess the Powells and the Davises are related.
Exactly. Here's Powell again. Ultra aggressive coming off the bench.
George, you can see it in his eyes. In baseball, they call it pop.
Yep.
He has pop.
Some pure energy coming off the pine. Trey going left, using it off the window. You know what I noticed yesterday in practice with Trey? He really likes to get to the rim. Everybody talks about how well of a shooter he is, which he is. But he's got a nice offensive bag.
Well, that's the offset. I mean, you can't just sit out there and shoot threes and gun threes with no airspace. Eventually, guys are going to run you off the line if you have a jumper. What's the next step? Putting that ball on the ground and having that in your bag. And Trey already has it. I mean, he learned that he was a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. He proved it at, his freshman year in Texas, and he's shown signs here at this level. Right now, MPJ, along with Keyshawn George, they have been the men of that hour, both with 12 points. MPJ right now has a chance to eclipse that with this free throw.
Claxton will come in for Day'Ron Sharpe as Michael Porter Jr. has an opportunity to cash out a 3-point play. And does that. He's got 13 on the night. 2 minutes into the second quarter, Nets up 4. Kispert.
Thought about it.
3 away from 600. Drives inside.
And you see, and that's where I said, that's why they took away his airspace on that last 3-point attempt, because they know he can shoot it with the best of them.
Porter, no looks, outside. Williams. So the Nets are now 6 of 12 from downtown. They came in 28th in the league in three-point shooting at 33%. Bagley. Blocked by Claxton.
And Corey Kispert's first attempt probably got fouled on the three-point shot, but right here, taking advantage downhill. Nice move, splitting the two defenders to the layup in English on the other side. Every player has to have that layup package in their game with shot blockers being available. Claxton is a potentially high-level shot blocker. Great use of it.
Carrington and Whitmore are talking to each other. Cam wanted Bub to throw it up. And trust me, when Cam says throw it up, he'll go get it.
And sometimes the worst pass turns out to be the best dunk.
We've seen that. Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. Oh, good hands by Bub. Gets the steal. Whitmore. Count that one and the foul.
Thank you. How many times have we seen Cam Whitmore, that wide frame, go up and get contact with no whistle? Right here, I mean, you saw the body he caught there in Houston. And then look at Bub Carrington being scrappy, not giving up on the play, finding his childhood teammate, Cam Whitmore. It's amazing.
Oh, don't forget, he caught a body in Detroit, too. Ask Jalen Dern. He saw that baseline.
That's what I meant.
Yes. Whitmore cashes out. Again, Cam's last 3 games, very impressive in terms of the minutes that he has earned to go along with the production offensively. Defensively, Drew, I'm noticing they're starting to put him on the ball a little more. I've noticed that in the last 2 games, and I think that's what is going to get him active defensively as Trey Johnson commits the foul on the 3-point attempt.
Tough break right there. Start off that defensive possession, had them right where you wanted them, walking the ball up the court. Defense is set and just reacting a little late. I'd like to see Trey get into a no-middle stance, meaning closing out with that opposite hand versus his left.
Zaire Williams will get 3 free throws, 81% free throw shooter. He led all bench players in points Friday when he had 15 in the loss to Orlando. You know, Drew, 17 of the last 23 games between these two teams have been decided by 10 points or less, dating back to 2018. We call that in the business a trend.
Well, I remember my last game in Brooklyn. Me and Paul Pierce was on the back of the bus, on the last bus at that. And we were both asleep, and I looked at him. We woke up. I said, Paul, we at the arena. He said, I'm sleepy. I said, me too. We getting old, man.
Were we staying in Brooklyn? Were we
we were staying in
Manhattan?
Yeah, we were in Manhattan. That's when we was going across the bridge. But that's what I knew. I was like, yeah, man, it's about time. It's about time, man. I'm sleepy. Well, we got the Brooklyn Nets. Who is that? We ain't in New Jersey?
Not New Jersey.
Brooklyn.
Zaire Williams, 8 minutes, Drew. He already has 9 points. 5-point lead for Brooklyn. Bagley hands it over to Whitmore. Cam trying to create some space. That was blocked by Martin.
Good save.
See what I'm talking about with Whitmore on ball?
Yeah, but it's a good switch right there, light streams, but this is where they're getting you.
Yeah.
Create the separation. Marvin Bagley forced to help in the paint. And with this smaller lineup that the Nets have on the floor, the rotation is going to be longer and you have to be quicker.
Largest lead of the game for the Nets. Wizards basketball is presented by McDonald's. When the Wizards win, fans get a Big Mac for $2.50 on the McDonald's app the next day at participating McDonald's. ESPN Bet, the sports book for sports fans. Download the app today. And by Verizon. The Washington Wizards are powered by Verizon 5G.
For the second straight year, the Wizards partnered with Martha's Table and Giant for their Thankful Meals event in Wards 7 and 8 in Southeast DC, taking time in their off day to service their community with, get this, guys, 1,000 people lining up as early as 4:30 in the morning. And they were joined by the Mystics and some of their coaching staff. There you have head coach Sidney Johnson, Emery Vatansever, and Barb Turner were both in the building on Friday afternoon, along with some of the Wizards coaches. And it was truly more than just basketball on Friday for the guys to take a step off the court and really just give back to the community that continues to support them so much.
Megan, nothing's more important for this organization than to touch the people that are the paying customers and the fans of this team, regardless of where we are in the community. As Keyshawn George launches a three, misses that one. Drew, all of your time playing in the league, you know how important it is to get back to the community. One of the things that I really appreciated about you during your time in Cleveland is you had a book event with the kids, and you were reading to the kids, and you know the value of being in the community.
A book. I actually opened up a learning center, Chris. Yep. You know, that book led to that, and being, you know, sinking your teeth in the community as a player. I mean, we have a platform, especially then. There was no too much internet or social media. And whenever it was an opportunity to use your platform within the community and be there in real time, I mean, it spoke volumes, not as you as a player, but as a person.
Megan, you've got more?
Yeah, I think what's really impressive to me about this young team doing it for the second year in a row is the amount of international players that they have who may not be very familiar with American Thanksgiving. I know Keyshawn obviously is because of his time at Miami, and Will obviously has Canadian Thanksgiving, but with the amount of international flavor they have, the fact that they are still willing to touch the community and make it such an important event as well too, I think is really impressive. And I asked CJ about that at the event, and he said with them being so young and not knowing, the fact that they just step right into it is impressive to him, especially since he's very fresh to this organization.
No greater way to get the community behind you than you touching the community. I mean, it's pretty simple. It's not real hard to figure this out, and I think the Wizards are doing a terrific job. Listen, I've been here 19 years, Drew, and the one thing that this organization has always done is poured back into this community. So kudos to the organization. More importantly, kudos to these players. As Megan mentioned, international players trying to learn, you know, a new country. You know, so we give them credit for going into the community. Spray out pass to Coulibaly, who gives it up to Middleton. Head fake and a bump.
CJ McCollum's been quiet. Let's see if he can get going.
Sarr loses the handle, goes out of bounds, and will stay with Washington. It's 8-0 run here for the Nets as they lead by 10.
We got 4.7 seconds left on his shot clock. CJ McCollum only one shot attempt. Usually these plays, you call it one or two. It's going to be simple. Just Alex Sarr head hunting CJ McCollum's guy, trying to get him hoping for a shot. Let's see.
See if the Wizards can snap this run, and they do just that. Chris Middleton.
I called him that the other day in Cleveland. It's like they're like hand in hand. Huh?
Right. They're both 34.
Chris McCollum.
Right. That ends an 8-0 run for the Nets. As Martin comes back, hits another three. Drew, they have knocked down 8 triples so far here in the first half.
Well, too much airspace, not forcing them to drive.
George. Whistle as a foul is going to be called on Claxton. Look at what C.J. McCollum has done in terms of first half scoring and second half scoring. We like to call that a party starter.
Yeah, and not only that, I mean, it's not being able to close out in fourth quarters due to the separation and the margins of victory of their opponent. So as a veteran, those fourth quarters, if you're not in the ball game, you'll be on the bench, and that'll be a time for the younger guys to gain some development minutes. But C.J. McCollum, notable, we all know he can get it going quick in a hurry, and we saw that coming in before last game. 3 games in a row, 30 and a half. A lot of threes on that one.
Yeah, a lot of threes. George hits that second free throw, upping his total to 14 points on the night. A little more than 6 to go, second quarter. Claxton all alone. He had an appointment with the rim.
Yeah, kind of lured Alex Sarr to sleep with a similar move Alex likes to utilize.
Sarr with a bounce pass inside, trying to find George, kicks it out. Alex doing that same move that Claxton did on the other end. Rebounded by Porter. Nets are running. Clowney.
Smart.
And a foul by Middleton.
And it is. He forced the issue. And impressive at such a young age. Clowney getting downhill. But right here, Claxton with the fake handoff. freezes Alex Sarr with an easy throw through with the left hand.
And we're going to have a technical foul called on Washington. So 2 technicals already called on Washington, with Keyshawn in the first quarter, now Middleton here in the second.
Well, you're going to take your frustrations out so much on the officials. And if you're a veteran like Chris Middleton stepping up, something's going on. Something is happening that he doesn't like. And you can hear the audio in the sound bites right now.
Tonight's officials: Kevin Scott, crew chief in his 15th season; Brent Barnagy, referee in his 16th; and Simone Jelks is your umpire.
Yes, we do have umps in the NBA.
Michael Porter Jr. will sit. He's leading the Nets and all scores with 16 in 16 minutes. Filling up the stat sheet as well. 6 boards, 5 helpers. See if Washington can get something going here on the half-court set. Middleton inside. Washington commits the turnover. Man. And we're going to have a defensive 3 seconds.
3 seconds.
Excuse me, 3 seconds on the Nets.
I mean, tonight the Wizards have done a great job taking care of the ball. I mean, versus the season where they're averaging about 17.
Clowney was just camped out in the paint there. Bilal on the drive.
No spacing.
3 seconds for Sarr.
Yeah, you got one guy, Chris Middleton, who's an isolation player, and Sarr posting up on the same side. It's about 3 feet separating them.
Wizards on a scoring drought here. Williams with a pocket pass to Clowney. Good deflection by McCollum. Man's 3, airballs it. Easy work right there for Claxton.
And you can see right now Nick Claxton making a concerted effort trying to compete against Alex Sarr. I mean, everybody's listening. They see the stats, they read the box scores, they're on their social feed. There's no secret that Alex Sarr is one of the up-and-coming centers in this league. Therefore, guys that are going to be under him, they're coming for your neck, night in, night out.
Nick Claxton shooting 2 for Brooklyn.
They're going to call no basket on that, so there'll be 2 free throws for Claxton as Sarr picks up his 3rd person.
I mean, it is a pecking order in this league, in different tiers, from top 5, top 10 to the rest. And Alex Sarr is trying to creep into that top 10 category, potentially top 5 if he handles his business in the next couple seasons. And you don't think guys like Nick Claxton see that? Ron Sharp, they're trying to use you as a barometer, a measuring stick to show, hey, I can go at him.
And right now, the Nets up 14. It's their largest lead of the game. CJ spinning, getting into the paint. And Williams blocks that as the Nets have possession. And Brent Barnaky says Williams steps out of bounds. That'll be the 10th turnover for Brooklyn. Going back to that Sarr conversation, Drew, most 30-point games in franchise history for a player 20 years or younger, he's got 3 of them. Bradley Beal had 1 of those games. Bub Carrington had 1.
Well, he's in that bunch. And what I mean by bunch, CJ McCollum finally connects with outside.
Well, good deflection there by Bilal, but right back into the hands of the Nets. Bilal's doing a good job. Got into the paint, kicked it out for a 3. That's the offense Washington wants.
Yeah, and right here, you see Chris Middleton stepping up, got a technical foul. Hey, go do something.
CJ got another deflection, trying to hustle down to get the basketball. It'll stay with the Nets, but only 5 on the shot clock.
Well, deflections. Wizards They're one of the top teams in the NBA, number 4 in shot blocking. But one of the last teams in deflections and getting steals. You're going to need
23rd.
more disruptive plays like that on that end of the floor. 56-45, Wizards down 11. You there?
Stay ball, stay ball. Oh my God.
Oh, man, the Nats sound of that charge. Keyshawn, you better than I am, young fella.
Hit the back of his head,
Wow.
too. Thank God for the cornrows. Got some cushion.
Appreciate Keyshawn being mic'd up for us tonight. It's presented by Robin Hood. Drew, what's kept Washington in this game? Points off turnovers. They're a plus 13 in that department, but the Nets shooting 63% from the field.
But also credit the Wizards for taking care of the basketball, being able to get shots. Now they just need to connect on them.
CJ on the crossover, bounce pass. George on the baseline. Excellent feed to Sarr. Alex now with 6 points. Keyshawn collects his 4th assist. Tyrese Martin. Here come the Wizards on the run with George with the rock. Middleton, float game, no, Sarr, offensive rebound. You talked about that in the open, Drew.
That was not happening last season, but Alex Sarr having 2.5. But watch how the ball moves side to side. You got it on the left side right here, isolation, nothing, get it to the nail, move it to the right side, dribble penetration. That little movement right there forced Nick Claxton to have to react outside the paint and left who open? Sarr at the rim.
About Alex Sarr, of the last 6 games, he leads all NBA players with 7 second chance points per game. Law waving off McCollum, trying to get inside. Kick out. Sarr 3. Sarr up, Sarr good.
Sorry to the Nets. Oh, man. I mean, being able to have a center that can do a multitude of things right there on the defensive end, offensive end, and then comes back, steps out, and pops you for a 3.
8 unanswered for Washington. A little over 2 to go. Sharp with a hop step.
Like to see Chris Middleton put his hands up.
That'll be Alex Sarr's 4th foul.
Yeah, and see right here, great drive and kick, and then starting with ball movement. You got to get the Brooklyn Nets, you got to get bodies and jerseys moving into the paint, reacting. And then once they react, they're having issues closing out the shooters. Or even divers, rim runners.
Marvin Bagley will come in for Alex Sarr, who will sit with those 4 personals. Day'Ron Sharp's first 2 points in the NBA in his career, ironically, came against the Wizards back on October 25th of 2021. Yeah, 3 Tar Heels in the house tonight, Drew. Sharp, Powell, and half man, half amazing up here. Vince Carter.
And that was wild. Half man amazing. I saw him. He said, "Hey, your wife was just at my house." Yeah.
What?
Yeah. And I said, "What? Oh no, what's going on?" His kids had a birthday party today. He lives in Orlando.
Oh, okay.
With us. Hey, man, get your mind out the gutter now.
God bless it.
Yeah. And so I asked him. I said, how were you able to attend the birthday party and get here to call the game? He said, I caught the 1 o'clock flight. So now that I know it's a 1 o'clock flight.
You better get on that plane the day before. You ain't Vince Carter.
Facts. I'm half man, but not amazing.
Exactly. Straight on 3 by CJ. Terrence Mann will come up with it.
Yeah, they got to celebrate the birthday party today.
90 seconds to go before we get you to halftime live. They're going to call a loose ball foul. That's going to be on Sharp. Good activity there by the veteran Chris Middleton.
Loose ball foul charged to Brooklyn, number 20, Day'Ron Sharp, his 2nd, and the team's 1st in the last 2 minutes.
Right here, Sharp is. We credit Chris Middleton blowing up that DHO, dribble handoff play. You know, it was an ATO designed.
Keyshawn trying to work on Williams. Net switch. CJ, kick out to Bilal.
Oh,
Nice dime inside to Bagley. Great vision there by Coulibaly.
But see what's happening. Multiple guys are touching the ball. You're not turning the ball over. Only 3 turnovers tonight versus the Nets 11. And look, you're forcing them to move bodies. When they move bodies and collapse, great things happen. And Marvin Bagley, he's starting to feed off the energy on the offensive end.
Drew had a great conversation the other day at practice with Marvin Bagley. Super proud of just him coming back here, finding a niche. Quick word from PenFed. We'll get back to that story.
With the everyday purchases you make on a credit card from PenFed, you can make your dreams a reality.
PenFed's got great rates for everyone.
You know, I was talking to him about being the second overall pick. People forget he was the second overall pick back in 2018. And now he's already in his 8th year, and he said, Chris, the time has blown by so fast. But the one thing that really stuck with me, he said this organization allows the young players to grow. And he talked about the support system, what's in place to make you successful. And yes, the wins are not there, but Marvin gave a lot of credit to not only the front office, the coaching staff, but everything that's in place for these young players to be successful. He's like, listen, man, whatever you need, they can provide it for you if you just ask. Sometimes you don't even have to ask, and it's afforded to you. And I think that's the reason why he's so excited to be back here for a second tour. Is he's got a niche here. He's got a role.
Yes, and he needs to find a home. I mean, he needs an organization just to wrap their arms around him, embrace him. And you know, we know what Marvin Bagley's been through. He was the number 2 pick for no reason. We know the potential is there. Got drafted to a bad team. Then later on down the road went to the Detroit Pistons where they were trying to acquire higher picks. I mean, they had Jalen Duren and Isaiah Stewart playing over him, along with other bigs. So he needed to find a home. And we saw the small spurts last year in the windows of Marvin Bagley's potential and what he can do and still provide at a young age in this league. It's not over for Marvin Bagley. He needs to find a home, and he needs an organization to wrap their arms around him.
Looks like the Wizards are doing that right now. That was the first field goal for the Nets over in the last 5 minutes and 10 seconds. As they're now 13 of 19. They've already got to the free throw line 19 times here in the first half. Here you see Jordi Fernandez, 42 years old, his second season. The last Nets coach to go 26 and 56 in his inaugural season was Byron Scott when he led the Nets to 2 finals appearances. Middleton makes the first free throw. Middleton now with 7. You see his numbers in 36 career games against the Nets. Justin Champagnie in the game. Coulibaly. Porter misses. Offensive board. And score by Day'Ron Sharpe.
Yeah, and that's what he does to put food on the table, Chris, and why he is sticking in this league for activity on that end.
6'10", 265, the 24-year-old. 3 seconds separating shot and game clock. CJ now with the bigger Sharpe on him. Trying to get inside, swings it over. Champagnie. And that's going to be a shot clock violation with 1.4 to go.
Is that how far you threw the football when you tore your rotator cuff?
Man, my stuff is still, man, don't even talk to me about it. Every time you say it, it starts hurts. Man.
You start sleeping on the left side yet?
Man, no.
You need to.
Knucklehead.
Go see the trainer.
Hey, man, you always looking out for me, though. I appreciate it. You gave me some ointment last year for my Achilles.
We're not going to say the name of it.
Time expiring here in the second quarter. And it's the Brooklyn Nets that will go into the locker room leading your Washington Wizards by 10. Coming up next is Wizards Halftime Live, presented by MGM National Harbor with Wes Hall, Jason Smith, and Christy Winters-Scott. They'll break down the first 24. When we come back, we'll get you set for the third quarter. Right now, it's Keyshawn George leading the way with 14 for Washington. Michael Porter Jr. leading Brooklyn with 19. Halftime Live. Coming up next here on Monumental Sports Network. Coverage of Wizards basketball is presented by Dirty Habit. Come find yours at the premier spot to be before or after every game. Empowering Education. Visit www.empowering-education.org and enroll your student in financial literacy classes today. And by Toyota. It's game on at Toyota with a great selection of in-stock vehicles to choose from. Shop viatoyota.com. You know it's the holiday season, so you got Wizards fans in the team store rocking the City Edition unis that the Wizards are wearing tonight. For more on what happened in the first half and keys to the second, Megan is standing by with assistant coach Adam Capehorn.
Adam, that first half, what do you want to see from a defensive side to try to limit what they're able to do in the paint and also the three-point shooting?
Just made too many mistakes, point switching, errors of communication. We need to clean those up. They led to open threes and rim attempts. They can't have both.
You guys were able to get 11 turnovers off of them to capitalize into 17 points. What did you like about the way you were able to turn them over in the first half?
Well, I think when we switched well, we were ready to defend individually. We caused turnovers, and that was good for us. But we made too many mistakes off the ball, point switching, allowed back cuts. Got to keep defending the ball and not make the mistakes off the ball.
Appreciate your time. Good luck in the second half here.
All right, thank you.
Drew, what did you hear there from Coach Capehorn?
He said keep defending the ball. But I thought the Wizards did a good job in spurts, forcing 11 turnovers, but allowing a team like the Brooklyn Nets to shoot 60% from the field is where the slippage comes into play. What is that? I just think that's being there early and on time, taking away airspace, making them drive the ball. You're a top 5 shot blocking team for a reason. Force them to the rim, get some block shots, go the other way.
And normally the Wizards are the 4th best bench productive team in the league.
Bingo.
And they got outscored in that first half 29-16. They're also a -11 in rebounding. So we'll see where the adjustments will happen. Here's the third quarter is underway. By the way, Brooklyn's bench was a +27 in that first half.
And the landscape with the bench is a little different now with Bilal being back in the lineup.
Igor Dwyman passing it out to man. Bilal secures the rebound.
And you hear Coach Keefe saying, go.
CJ, oh, beautiful crossover and a nice reverse layup.
Straight leg.
Well, a little bit of everything on that offensive put back there by CJ.
Right to halftime. Who needs a warm up?
5 points for McCollum. MPJ, long three. Here Brian Keefe say go. George with a mid-range shot, count it, and the foul.
This is all I ever wanted in life, was a coach to say, go. That's neon green light. You heard him say it with CJ McCollum. And then right here, ooh, nice. Isolation with the leg. Straight leg cross, too. And then Keyshawn George getting the green light from Coach Keefe, stopping on the dime, pulling up. Ooh, hand slap. And one.
Brian Keefe oftentimes says he wants his players to play with confidence. And that goes back to what he was saying, go, go. The reason why they're shooting better threes this year is because they put the work in, but also the confidence of the coaching staff to make those and take those threes.
Yeah, and tonight, one of the keys that I had for the Wizards was play freely, but with a purpose. Why? The Nets are giving up 60% on field goal twos and then 40% on threes to their opponents. Take advantage. Shoot it, let the ball fly with confidence. That's why he's saying go.
Middleton pocket pass to Sarr. It's going to be a rebound by Claxton. Two youngest teams in the association going at it tonight.
We're going to help. Great rotation by C.J. McCollum.
And then Claxton better offense using the left.
Hey, you forced them to do something different than shoot threes. They're 8 for 21 from three-point territory.
Claxton with 8 on 3 of 3 shooting. Keyshawn on a catch and shoot three. His three is hot tonight.
All season, shooting over 45% in that category.
20-point outing tonight for Keyshawn George. And Porter Jr. comes back in the mid-range. Fourth 20-point game for George this season.
This is what MPJ has been waiting for his whole career, have an opportunity to be able to be a primary scoring threat.
Key. Shot blocked by Claxton.
Possession remains with Washington.
Right here, I mean, this is what it looks like being on a string. Right here, you see the commit to the ball is CJ. They're on time, on target. Now, you probably could have collapsed and helped them out on the post against Claxton, but that's what it looks like.
Sarr passes out. George got a great look. By the way, Nick Claxton has 3 blocks tonight. Alex Sarr, number 2 in the league in that department. Porter on a drive and foul.
Seems like, right when you start chopping at the wood, they start to build back up, meaning the Brooklyn Nets keeping this. They got a nice little 8-point cushion, 9-point cushion throughout the entire first half, and now it's starting to creep in the second half, first 3 minutes.
Michael Porter Jr. was acquired with a 2032 first-round pick in July 8th's trade for Cam Johnson. It's his first NBA foray outside of Denver after spending the last 7 with the Nuggets.
And you just thought Cam Johnson was going to fit in, I'll say smoothly with the Denver Nuggets, but it has not been the reason. Been out for injury.
CJ with that vet move as the rookie Dwyman is going to pick up the personal. Can't speed CJ up. Got into his offensive bag, was able to get to the cup and was fouled.
Yeah, well, he's going to send you a one-way ticket to ISO Island. And right there, CJ McCollum in the mid-range is historically one of the best. Him and Chris Middleton. When you look at the numbers and the data, 10 straight seasons, 20-plus points per game, and this is a season where he's trying to keep that streak alive. So that's where you'll see these games where he's probably applying a lot of pressure to keep that standard and hold that standard of being a 20-plus point scorer in this league.
CJ is a 19-point career scorer against the Nets in 18 games. He didn't face the Nets last season. CJ has hit a 3 tonight, but he needs 1 more to have 5 straight games of at least 2 threes. It's good hands by Bilal.
Yeah, it's disruptive. See? Even though, sorry, Chris.
Go ahead.
Even though that was a foul on that possession, you're handsy. You got active hands. You're being disruptive. Wizards, one of the last teams in steals and deflections, but right here, different story. See how disruptive that is? I mean, you got guys bouncing off. If you're just solid on that last possession right there at the tail end, I mean, you're coming up with that loose ball.
Going to give that foul to Coulibaly, his first.
Wow. See, now if he dunks that, that's an easy takeout going the other way. But when you miss it, it's like, okay, why did he miss? Alex Sarr couldn't have blocked it, right?
5 fouls now for Alex, as that will bring Marvin Bagley to the scorer's table to check in.
And that's where I think that challenge early on in that first half probably would have had a better case than right now. But Coach Keith having to take that gamble to keep his center involved in this ball game.
It's going to be a Sprite coach's challenge from Brian Keefe. As Drew likes to say, you can't take it with you. And this will actually be able to keep Sarr in the game if yeah, that looks like that's a foul.
Should have challenged the one in the first half.
After review, the offensive player performs a normal offensive movement, does not illegally extend with his off arm, and the defender commits illegal contact to his shooting arm. Therefore, the challenge is unsuccessful. Brooklyn will shoot 2 shots, and Washington will lose their ability to challenge for the remainder of the game.
Well, I see the logic behind it. They thought Nick Claxton kind of pushed off with that right elbow, but he kept it bent. Now, if he would have extended that right arm, you had a case. But I see the ideology behind challenging that possession.
Alex Sarr with the 5 personals will sit, replaced by Bagley. Claxton tonight makes the second free throw. He is now in double figures with 10, 4 of 6 from the charity stripe. Bilal passing it to CJ. McCollum gets inside. Veteran move.
See, This is that window where C.J. McCollum, he knows he has to get going. Because if this game gets out of reach, he might not be playing in that fourth quarter.
McCollum with 9 points, 6 of them have come here in the early part of the third quarter. Man, upstairs.
Oh, wow.
And they're going to call a foul on Bagley.
Smart. Watch what Claxton does. I mean, he sold this. I mean, goes up, dunks it, and then just falls. Look, nobody, no contact, no nothing.
He indeed sold that one.
Look. Smart.
Oh, wow. And because the Wizards lost the challenge, they can't challenge that. As Claxton cashes out the three-point play. So the lead back up to 10. Brooklyn shooting 71% from the free throw line, 24 attempts. Key in the corner. And off of his leg, that'll be a turnover, and you see the Nets bench clapping for the defensive exploits of Brooklyn.
Well, it was the multiple efforts right there. They got a paint touch, and then on the spray out, you had a guy right there draped on Keyshawn George, forcing a turnover.
It's only Washington's 5th turnover. Man, hacked by CJ. As we take a look at our Toyota League leaders, these are the 2 youngest teams in the association. We've talked about Washington having the most 22-year-old players or younger, 10 in the league. But the Nets, on average, from opening night, not even 24 years old.
Question is, can you get in the club in New York City?
I think so.
Huh?
I think so. But you still got to card them, though.
Playing for the Nets and the Knicks. Do you get carded? You think so? If I play for the Knicks, I'm getting carded in New York. You think that's happening?
Well, Jay-Z said Knicks and Nets give me high fives. So
they ain't say IDs.
He just said high fives. Point well taken.
Show them that credit card. Show them that American Express. They'll let you in.
Mid-range jumper by Chris McCollum. I keep saying Chris McCollum tonight. I'm getting these 2 guys. Chris Middleton. And there's a steal, take away by Washington. George using that body and finishes.
You get downhill with that 6'8" frame. It's not too many teams that can deal with that, especially the Nets. 29th in shot blocking in the league.
22 for Key tonight. Joyman on a pass out. Claxton relocates. Bilal gets the rebound. Keyshawn's going to be called for the offensive foul.
Efficient night for Keyshawn George. Getting paid about a minute. 22 points in 22 minutes of action. And right here, nice little push off to create that space with the off shoulder. And then right here, when you get it going, guys, they're going to start trying to play physical. That could have went either way. That could have probably went on Keyshawn, but he got the benefit of the call.
Told you Keyshawn is 2nd in the league in fouls committed at 51 coming in.
I guess they did give it to him. Excuse me.
Jaren Jackson Jr. leads the league in fouls committed coming in with 60. Porter, long 2.
Michael Porter Jr.
Had his foot on the line. Corey Kispert into the game. Passes it over to Koulibaly. Over there in the corner. CJ, nice cut. Kick out. Middleton. Wizards now 9 of 23 from downtown. Man, blocked by Bilal.
If you run, you will be rewarded. Wow.
And Middleton loses the handle off the pass from Bagley. See Brian Keefe on the sidelines clapping up for his teammates. Next possession.
He had a perfect opportunity to run on that possession with Bilal coming up with that block and then off to the races.
Porter on a pull-up three. Bagley skies for the rebound. McCollum with the rookie on him. CJ. Nice three. CJ McCollum's second three of the night.
Yeah, when he gets into those left and right wing slots, call it either way. When he gets to that step back, historically, I mean, that is a shot that he's perfected.
Dwyman for three. Cash. Interesting story about Diego Dwyman. He arrived to the game today in a Washington Capitals sweater as Bilal, disturbing the peace in his own gym.
We don't care about the sweater now, Chris.
Wow. Bilal's had a couple hole punches in his return. Back to Dwyman, he had an Alex Ovechkin sweater on arriving to the arena tonight, Drew, and it was signed by Ovi.
Oh.
Dwyman is from Moscow, Russia.
You should ask him who's the greatest hockey player of all time.
You know what he's going to say. CJ prompting Jordy Fernandez to call time as the Wizards are making a run.
CJ McCollum knowing this is his window to strike. 5 for 10 from the field, 3 for 6 from 3, 15 points. But Bilal making defensive plays, and right here, taking off.
Sergeant Michael Guerrero serves as a base cyber readiness manager with the U.S. Air Force. He has dedicated over 525 hours of mentoring childhood survivors of military loss through TAPS. Guerrero has spent the past decades mentoring young athletes and building confidence through teamwork. We want to thank Air Force Master Sergeant and military mentor Michael Guerrero for his service. CJ McCollum, 12 of his 15 coming here in the third quarter, has Washington has cut into the Nets lead, 82-77. Good ball pressure there in the backcourt.
Oh, wow. Hey, that was a violation. Wow, they missed it.
Drake Powell with the basketball. Shot clock at 5. Washington with some active hands on this possession. Excellent possession by Washington defensively coming out of that timeout.
All right, was this an 8-second violation right here? Let's see if we can see the clock.
You know it doesn't start until 23. You know that, right? I learned that this year in the broadcasters meetings.
Oh, that was close.
It's so funny when it's close like that. You got to know it starts at 23 and then you count down to 8.
Well, me and Coach Keith was on the same page.
Deflection there by Martin. Corey on a drive and finish. 7-0 run for the Wizards the last minute and 15. Porter Jr., tough three as Whitmore got caught in traffic.
I got a question. How many times have you seen Michael Porter Jr. put the ball on the ground and drive?
Not many.
Okay, what you think is the adjustment? What's the adjustment, though?
Stay hugged up as Bagley gets the bucket and the foul.
He has 27 points. Second leading scorer is Nick Claxton at 13. Everybody else, 3, 5, 6, 8. So he's going to be the primary source, I would say, for scoring the basketball. Full-out denial. Bilal, Keyshawn George, if you have that assignment on MPJ, no easy catches, force him to the rim to your shot blockers.
Marvin getting some extended minutes tonight due to Alex Sarr with those 5 fouls. He's played 13 minutes so far.
And historically, MPJ played with a bad shoulder last season. You know about the back issues and the knee issues. He might not want to drive. Now, as soon as I say it,
now he's trying to get a post up.
Yeah.
With the smaller McCollum on him, he step back, fall away, jumper. And Kispert comes up with it. A 3 will tie it for Washington.
This might be it right here.
CJ, floater.
Oh, yeah.
Count it. CJ McCollum continues to be hot. 14 of his 17 coming here in the third quarter.
And now it's saying it ain't just have to be the first half to get it going as he gets the deflection.
CJ coming up with that steal. This is with a chance to take the lead. Here's Kispert, corner three.
There you go.
Good defense there by Corey. Lob upstairs, missed by Sharp. Here's Whitmore.
Oh.
And that's going to be a jump ball as Zaire Williams got his hands in there.
Well, you see the difference on that defensive possession. You force MPJ to do what? Drive the ball and become a playmaker. He threw a lob, which was unsuccessful. And then the Wizards got an opportunity to run out. Carrington with the rebound, great outlet to his childhood friend and Cam Whitmore, and Zaire Williams biting the bullet right there, coming up with a successful tie-up.
All right, we'll have Kevin Scott is going to throw it up between Williams and Whitmore. Zaire wins the tip, but the ball goes out of bounds. So we're going to say it's Wizards possession.
All right, solid execution on this play. It's only going to work if you set a screen. If you slip out, cheating the play.
Kispert just briefly doubled. 2 minutes to go. CJ airballs that one, but can't take away his 14 points here in the quarter to get Washington back into this game. Ricky Trey Johnson set to check in. 12-3 run for Washington.
Let's see if they can close out this third quarter on top. 2 minutes, a little less than 2 minutes left. Get a couple stops and scores. So you can take this lead into the fourth.
Ryan Keefe wants full court pressure. Johnson guarding Martin. Sharp tried to get the dribble handoff to Powell. That was blown up by Carrington. And Kispert is going to come up with the foul.
The Wizards having one to give.
Wizards foul called against number 24 for Kispert.
Never mind. It was.
Nets are in the bonus.
Wizards are over the limit. Zaire Williams, 2 shots.
Nets tonight, 19 of 26 from the free throw line. They've done a good job, Drew, tonight of sharing the basketball. 21 assists on 28 made field goals.
I said the Wizards as well.
Here's a word from FanDuel.
Bet all your favorite player props on FanDuel. New customers bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets if you win.
And Williams makes the second. Carrington, Bagley, Whitmore, Kispert, and Trey Johnson, your 5 on the floor for Washington. Bagley. It's Trey, deep 3. Powell trying to get inside. Kick out. Martin. Easy layup. Martin now in double figures off the Nets bench with 10. Carrington, nice pocket pass to Bagley. Push shot off the mark. Martin on a trail 3. That's 11-3 tonight. They're shooting 41% from behind the arc.
The Wizards did not get the stops they needed or the scores.
Carrington over to Bagley, swinging it to Whitmore. And you could just tell the energy of the Nets is being fed by their bench as they get Washington to commit a turnover.
Returning from
These are two
Washington,
teams that struggled early on in the season, both each with 1 win.
Nets have lost 5 in a row. They're 1-5 on the road. The Wizards have lost 10 in a row. Have yet to win here at Capital One Arena this season.
Yeah, if you add the Pacers in the mix, with these two teams, that's 3 wins out of a total of 35 ball games plus.
Nets have scored the last 7 unanswered. A 6-second difference. Martin gets into the paint. 34 paint points for the Nets. 5 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Coulibaly gets it up in time, but no good as the third quarter comes to an end. Brooklyn scored the last 9 unanswered in the last 2 minutes and 30 seconds. After Washington cut the lead to 1, they now trail again by 10.
Oh my God!
Some of the sights and sounds from the first 3 quarters here at Capital One Arena. Let's take a look at our game summary. Keyshawn, another 20-point outing for him, go along with 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Michael Porter Jr. leading the way with 27 and the points off turnovers, plus Washington by 12. Keyshawn George is mic'd up for us tonight. We appreciate him doing that. C.J. McCollum's 14 points in that third quarter helped Washington cut their trail only by 1, but it was the Brooklyn Nets closing out that third quarter strong. Carrington, Kispert, Johnson, Tristan, and Keyshawn are your 5 for Washington to start this fourth quarter.
This is a perfect opportunity for guys like Bud Carrington, Trey, even Tristan. You could throw him in the mix. Let's take advantage of these minutes, the things that you need to work on. Bud Carrington, get into the paint, start and finish over length.
Tyrese Martin, good hands by Tristan, who got popped in the face. That's going to be Washington basketball.
He took almost like a soccer dive on that one.
No, he got hit in the face.
Oh, I know.
He sold it.
I know, but you got to draw attention to the play.
Oh,
twice.
He got a 2-piece. No biscuit, no side dish.
Man.
Tristan's tough.
Depends on where you at. Churches or Popeye.
Exactly. I'll take both right now. Carrington's missed 3. 10-point Nets lead. 1 game home stand for Washington before heading on the road for 3. As Noah Clowney laces a 3, lead up to 13. Trey with a nice move right there. That's a fundamental basketball offensive set right there for Trey, getting a 2-dribble pull-up.
I'll tell you what, it's a huge adjustment at such a young age. I know this is a different level than high school and college, but you got to remember, Trey was always been a starter. He's having to adjust to come off the bench.
Clowney. Back-to-back threes. Clowney came in shooting just 27% from 3.
Right here, Trey Johnson going downhill with the quick pull-up, trying to figure it out. And you can see that it's not only just a 3-point shot that he can knock down, he can get to that midi and pull up as well.
Clowney tonight, 3 of 5 from downtown, 0 for 4 from the free throw line. So he likes his shots from distance. Powell trying to create something. Misses the jumper. Johnson driving, kick out to Tristan. Floater is good by Vucevic.
Let him operate in the middle of the floor. I mean, one of the best bigs I've seen, even in small spurts, that can do damage in that area.
Tristan's played in 9 of the 12 games this season, scored 7 of those, make it 8.
Count the basket for Tyrese Martin. Timeout.
Count that basket for Tyrese Martin as Coach Keith will call time. 102-88, Brooklyn. Your local Washington area Honda dealers. When you want to get more, then it has to be a Honda. Don't settle for less. Visit your local Honda dealer today. Iron Bow. Visit us at ironbow.com and by Mas Bananas. Flavor-filled pockets of goodness. Find them online and at your local grocery store. Mas Bananas. Make the most of your Wizards game night with our all-inclusive ticket package in addition to the 400-level tickets. This package includes one entree, one side dish, unlimited beer, wine, and soft drinks located in Devil's Backbone, starting at $61 per ticket. Get yours today at WashingtonWizards.com. Number 2 for the Bullets was Moses Malone. Drew, what are your thoughts on wearing sunglasses inside?
It depends on the situation.
Got you. Hey, that's all I needed. I want to go back to the conversation that you and I had about Trey Johnson and making the adjustment from being a starter, averaging almost 20 a game his freshman year at Texas, and now coming off the bench. You've had experiences like that.
Yes, you have to swallow your pride and be the bigger person. Look, my rookie season, I was the number 4 pick in 02 to the Memphis Grizzlies. We had Sidney Lowe as our head coach. We started out the gates, one of the worst teams in the NBA, okay? But even though we were struggling, I somehow was able to come up with Rookie of the Month the first 2 months in October and November of the season. Western Rookie of the Month at that, where Yao Ming was in that conference along with Amari Stoudemire, who ultimately won the Rookie of the Year award that year. Now, the coaching changed. When Sidney Lowe was fired or relieved of his duties, Hubie Brown came in. And I went from starting, getting Western Conference Rookie of the Month, both averaging around 15 points. I went from starting to coming off the bench. I did not take it well. I should have swallowed my pride, been more professional than I was, but I let it affect me. I let it affect my game on the court I'm talking about volumes, Chris, to the tune that I asked for a trade. And that was not the right way to handle it. And in Trey's situation, this is all about growing and sticking with it and being professional. Hopefully he is handling this the right way and learning.
And that's what this is all about in his rookie year, is learning the NBA trade, as this guy, Noah Clowney, tonight is putting on a three-point show for somebody that is not a three-point shooter. The stats say he's a 27% three-point shooter, and tonight he's 4 of 6. Another turnover by Washington. Martin slam. Keith calls time as this game is getting away from Washington.
Support them. By the way, we're taking a trip into the film room with Christy and Jason and getting ready for a 3-game road trip starting off Wednesday in Minnesota. Right now, I'll send you back into COA with Chris and Drew.
Wes, thank you. We'll also see the Chicago Bulls on the second night of a back-to-back after taking on the Toronto Raptors. But right here, Drew, with 2:40 left in the third quarter, C.J. McCollum had a pull-up jumper. That 6:45, Brooklyn has outscored Washington 23-4.
Yeah, I mean, it starts on the defensive end, and then not being able to come up with the right possessions on the defense, meaning the rebounds, the deflections. Those are going out of bounds, and they're coming out with baseline and sideline plays and executing to get buckets. So you're not completing these rotations with a rebound.
Middleton with a head fake on Powell. And Drake will get the personal.
And part of the reason is it's tough to force a team to miss this point of the game. 57% from the field, 47% from 3. The floodgates are open.
All right, here's one final installment of Keyshawn George being mic'd up. It is presented by Robinhood.
Yeah, came in. Middle, red. Stay low, okay? Stay low, okay? And one!
Appreciate Keyshawn wearing the mic for us tonight. Zaire Williams misses the three. Koulibaly goes upstairs for the rebound. Bilal's third of the night. Middleton. Nice veteran move. That little shake and fade.
Yeah, we've seen that time and time again. And that's how he puts food on the table throughout his career in that mid-range.
Tyrese Martin, 20 points off the Nets bench tonight. Here he is with the rock. Getting inside. Using the left, misses. Good contest by Alex. Washington has numbers. Key, step in three, good.
And you see the difference versus last season. Keyshawn George's jump shots, taking his time, nice arc, nice rhythm, and more importantly, he has the confidence within himself to knock it down.
It's this part of the game too, Drew, where Brooklyn calls timeout right now. They've gone through the same struggles Washington has gone through, so you want to see if Washington can continue to put some momentum into this game to see if the Nets will tap out.
And Coach Keith did not throw on a white flag, I would say.
It's a quick 7-0 run for the Wizards. The Nets call time.
White towel. Come on, Drew. But, you know, you go back with Alex Sarr, you got Keyshawn George in the game, come back with C.J. McCollum, and you got starters trying to make a comeback this last 640. So I like to see the competitiveness amongst the group and Coach Keith in this lineup.
What's required, you think, to make a comeback like this?
Don't miss. And I'm talking about exceptional defense, no room for error. You got to play perfect basketball.
Keyshawn's shot chart tonight, 8 of 13 from the field, made 5 of 9 from downtown. Got to the charity stripe 5 times, knocking down 4. Think he likes the left side, right side?
You think? I mean, hey, men lie, women lie, numbers don't. Or charts.
Porter to inbound. Washington making it hard on the Nets to bring the ball up to center circle. Shot clock now is at 14, so it took off a lot of time with that ball pressure. Porter tried to curl off of that screen. 5 on the shot clock. Tough move by Nick Claxton.
Toughest understatement over Alex Sarr on that possession.
Nick was the field goal percentage champion back in 22-23, shooting almost 71% that season.
Doing it again tonight, 5 of 7 from the field.
3-pointer by Sarr is off the mark. Clowney over to Williams, front rims it. Keyshawn secures his 6th rebound. Here he is trying to get inside. And scores. 27 points tonight for Keyshawn.
You can tell Keyshawn's not looking at the score, playing it out. Rightfully so.
Under 5.5 to go in regulation.
Look at that. Look how Keyshawn and Bilal just switched.
Clowney tried to go inside. Ball was deflected right back to him. Shot clock at 4. Good defense by Middleton.
Possession remains with Brooklyn.
Nets will have it with 1.9 on the shot clock. George guarding the inbounds. Porter, long 2 as the shot clock was winding down, misses that jumper. Bilal getting inside, stops, turns, misses. Sarr trying to fight for the rebound, and he fouls man, and that will be his 6th foul. As the officials are going to have to come in. There's clearly some frustration out there on the floor.
Hey, I'm like, I do the scout like this. Alex Sarr rarely says anything. And if you get him upset, something happens.
Something happens.
Something happens. Let's see. You see the frustration on the foul, okay. And he's saying, okay, and then it was a kick or something. And then Clowney comes in to grab him.
Plays with a level of control in his game. Unfortunately, Alex has fouled out of this contest. All right, Kevin Scott says they're going to look at a potential transition take foul and also the activity that happened afterwards.
Let's see. Now look at Mann's those pink shoes. Oh yeah, he tried to clip him. Yeah. Exactly. And then they didn't want no smoke.
You see Brent Barnaky coming in trying to separate Clowney and Sarr.
I like Alex Sarr doing that. Hey, don't let nobody clamp your feet like that. You know, one thing, the biggest thing in this league is your reputation. Don't let nobody try you.
Alex will foul out tonight with 6 points. I'm sorry, 9 points, 3 rebounds, and assists in 23 minutes. For tonight's game, he came in with back-to-back double-doubles at 4 on the season so far. The game against Houston Wednesday, 25 points, 11 rebounds. I thought he was outstanding in that game, Drew.
I'll tell you what, this leg clamp might cost Terrence Mann $2 grand.
We're going to take a look at that transition take foul. There's a lot that they're going to look at during this official review.
Yeah, well, right here, Sarr thought that was a foul and frustration right there. He goes for the ball. Now he goes for the ball.
We have an unsportsmanlike technical foul, number 14, man, for unsportsmanlike conduct that he wraps his feet around the off other player, and the transition take foul will stand.
All right, so a technical foul on Mann, and they'll call the transition take foul on Alex Sarr. Transition take foul means 2 free throws in possession.
Hey, sometimes when somebody clamps your leg like that, it's a great time to play kickball. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Commentary of Drew Gooden does not.
Hey, I'm just gonna leave it. I'm just gonna leave it like that.
Okay.
Clamp my leg.
So Alex's night is done. Under 5 to go here in the fourth quarter. So we'll see who shoots the technical foul. That'll be Middleton. This will be assessed on Terrence Mann, clamping the legs, as Drew said, on Alex Sarr. So he makes the one shot technical. Here's a look at what's coming up on Wizards Post Game Live. With Wes Hall, Christy Winter Scott, and Sticks. Monumental night at Howard University. Our boss, Zach Leonsis, was the captain of the team that night. Christy and Jason will go inside the film room, and the roadie starts with Ant-Man in Minnesota, followed by a trip to Toronto, and then the Chicago Bulls.
Did you see the city edition unis for the Timberwolves?
The Purple Rains.
Those are hard.
Tough.
They're tough. Yeah.
They are tough. I think the league does a really good job with the city editions, paying tribute to a lot of the cities. And obviously the Purple Rain ones in Minnesota, paying homage to Prince. Williams on a drive.
Tyler Williams from Porter.
Williams now with 13 off the bench. A lot of contact right there between Clowney
Brooklyn Nets foul charge.
bumping up on George.
Keyshawn has been relentless, going downhill, attacking with force right here on the switch. Even went against the grain to split that. That is a tough move at 6'8", let alone anybody.
Returning for the Nets is Tyrese Martin.
Martin will come in for Zaire Williams. 45 bench points for Brooklyn tonight, outscoring the Washington's bench by 20. Told you coming in, Washington, one of the best teams in the league at bench, ranked 3rd in that department.
I've probably only seen that out of all the games maybe twice at the most. And the second time is the night.
Porter on a catch and shoot three. Drew, you said it a couple of possessions ago. The only way he's going to beat you is on those catch and shoot opportunities. Champagnie blocked at the rim. And that's going to be a block called on George. That'll be Keyshawn's fifth.
Wizards foul against number 18, Keyshawn.
Keyshawn, you saw him successfully take that charge in the first half right there. Puppy still moving backwards, did not get in a legal guarding position, and was rewarded the foul. But excellent offensive game by Keyshawn George, 9 for 14, 5 of 9 from 3. Got to the foul line 7 times, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. Again, Chris, he's stuffing the stat sheet just like he did in Houston. But 5 fouls. But I don't think the foul trouble deterred him tonight from what he had to do for this team.
Even with the foul trouble, he's been out there 30 minutes.
Exactly.
Trying to work through that. Here he is, got Porter off his feet. Misses that step back three. Coming up on 3.5 to go in regulation. Man was fouled on the drive by CJ.
Wizards foul calling against number 3, CJ McCollum, his third, team's fifth.
Be the 5th team foul for Washington. So the Nets will go to the line for the rest of the game. Terrence Mann had 12 points Friday in that loss to Orlando. It's a word from PenFed.
With the everyday purchases you make on a credit card from PenFed, you can make your dreams a reality.
PenFed's got great rates for everyone.
Terrence Mann was traded twice in the span of 5 months. He was dealt to Atlanta. Why are you laughing? Wow.
Nah, go ahead.
He was traded to Atlanta February 6th after spending his first 5+ seasons with the Clippers. You know, that actually got me thinking of, what did you get today? You got a gift today, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. You want to see it?
Well, I've already seen it. Thank you.
Hot.
But it was a nice gift that was
Man, that's an unbelievable gift. Talk about throwback jerseys.
Oh, there's a block there by Clowney. Claxton comes up with it.
The jersey I never wore.
There it is. Drew Gooden's 90 old school retro Wizards jersey.
That's nice.
It's got the late Abe Poland's patch on it.
They already came out with these city editions, right? I remember Porzingis having this on for some reason.
And Porter Jr., now he's driving and getting the bucket in the harm.
The game's over with now.
That's the 6th and final foul for Keyshawn George.
Keyshawn will foul out of the game along with Sarr.
Man, you'd be surprised if
Checking in for the Wizards, Trey Johnson and AJ
the
Johnson.
Nets won't clear the bench.
Porter shooting one.
There it goes right here. Shout out Chase, man. My boy Chase slid through.
Carrington in the game now with Trey Johnson, AJ Johnson, Tristan and Champagnie. AJ with 2.5 to go, driving. This Nets team on the way to snapping their 4-game losing streak. Trey nearly got the turnover.
Hey!
Not bad.
You like that?
Yeah.
The jersey that was never worn.
Never worn. Drew was here for literally 47 minutes before being traded.
Thanks, Twan, for the ride home. It was an Uber back then or Lyft. But shout out Chase Ryder, head coach at Walter Johnson High School. Basketball team, varsity that is.
You know you should gift that jersey to your boy, right?
You want that one?
Yes. Sign, please.
Well, can I get
This
you a
should be
replica?
No, I want that one. You know why I want that one. I was here when you made your declaration that you were not playing.
How did
Stood
that
right
go?
there with you.
How did that go?
You were traded within 12 hours.
Man. But you know what? It's amazing how things come full circle in this league. You know, even though I did not throw on that jersey, eventually, years down the line, I did. Retired a Wizard.
And now look at you.
Hey, listen, signed a 10-day deal. Has been here for 10 years.
Can't get rid of you.
But you know what? It's been an unbelievable journey seeing this organization from – I mean, I remember my first game playing against Jordan my rookie year against those Wizards jerseys.
Mm-hmm.
And
that jersey that you have right now.
that jersey right there, going against MJ, the great Michael Jordan, twice. And just a lot of memories in this building. The first time I was in this building, believe it or not, was the Capital Classic game in 1999. You remember that?
I do remember that. I was literally just looking up that stat sheet the other day.
Yeah, we stayed across the street, this Fairfield Inn, Marriott.
Under 2 to go here in the fourth quarter. Tough night for the Wizards against another really young team in this league. And Drew Washington's about to go on this 3-game road trip. And just kind of wonder what the thought process is for the players as they try to figure this out as the losing streak will balloon to 11 now.
And, you know, this is a team that's struggling right there with you. Coming in with only 1 win. And now it's stacked. Another one on top of that, but along with Indiana Pacers, the Wizards, and the Nets, you got to see they're bunched up down there at the bottom in the East.
Dwyman on a kick out to Jalen Wilson, the Rock Chalk Jayhawk, cashes out a 3.
Just trying to crack this rotation.
And the Nets come away with it. Nice stop and hesitation there by Trey. That's a vet move.
Yeah, that's called the D-cell. And you know who perfected that? Luka Doncic.
Trey with 6 points tonight in 16 minutes of work. Powell swings it out.
You know else who does a good job utilizing that deceleration move? Corey Kispert.
Yeah. Nice bump and finish by Justice Champagnie. So these two teams will face 3 more times. January 2nd here in DC, and the final 2 games will be at Barclays Center on February the 7th and April the 5th. Nets have hit 17 threes tonight. So the Brooklyn Nets come on the road, led by Jordi Fernandez and his unit. They will end up winning this game here at Capital One Arena. Washington will fall to 1-12, 0-6 here at home. The Nets 2-11, 2-5 on the road. Keyshawn George led the way, 29 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists before fouling out. C.J. McCollum had 17 points, doing most of his damage in that third quarter. That actually got Washington to within 1 before the Nets went on the run. Michael Porter Jr. leading the way with 34 points, 9 rebounds, and 7 assists. The final score from Capital One Arena, it's the Brooklyn Nets 129, Washington 106. Monumental Sports Network is your home for Wizards, Capitals, Mystics, Beltway football, and more. Many thanks to Drew and Megan, our entire Monumental Sports Network team. I'm Chris Miller, Wes Hall and crew standing by with the crossover.